The trigger finger hands for Joytoy's Space Marines have not been the best, but never has that been more apparent than in these two models that I'm about to showcase today. But is this a deal breaker, or is there enough good in these two models to overlook the issue?
Shut up and sit down.
Hey you Skellywags, just a couple of things before we get right into it. Joytoy have made improvements to the hands on the new Space Marines coming out now and moving forward, but I've yet to be able to try them out myself. Today though, it is all about these two. This guy I've picked up a few months back, so glad to finally do a video on him. And I want to give a big thanks to Kowkis Toy for sending me this fella for review. That's KowkisToy.com, a brand new online retailer specializing in Joytoy products. You can get 15% off your first purchase and 10% thereafter. Simply click on the link in the description to support the channel. That's KowkisToy.com. Again, link in the description to support the channel. So this guy with his massive head is Rogfried Pertanal. Yeah, you really can't make this stuff up. And the first thing you do notice is this huge head, rather mean looking. If you were to wear a helmet on top of that, you'd be taking up a lot of real estate. But I do like the look, even though he does look like a big baby head Bane. But the details really good around here. Clean on the pauldrons though, where there is weathering around here on the armor, which is the same for these newer Imperial fists. This does come out. Oh, mind that. This simply plugs into the back, like so. Gonna back here, accessories there, pipes, whatever they are. Some people don't like the this weathering, but I actually don't mind it. Got a knife, stored away. This is a 2.0 body, so the shading doesn't mirror the original Imperial fists. This can come out. You can pop it in his hand. He holds this quite well. There's a smaller handle. It does look good holding this blade. And when not in use, it does store nice and securely in there. This big head can actually move within here. It's a nice movement in there for how big it is. It can still move left and right. A little bit up and down and that. There's also movement on the vents on the back. Arm can move all the way around on a ratchet joint and forward roll on both sides. Lateral raise can go up about there. It can now stay. Same on the other side, which is an improvement over the original 2.0 arms. There's a twist at the bicep. And a very nice double bend at the elbow. Double barbell joint for the wrists on these seemingly tiny hands for this heavy Intercessor. This hand is, yeah, we'll go through problems with that. Ball joint at the upper torso, up like that, with a little bit of a gap. A little movement there. And at the waist here, also on a ball. Connects to the legs. Jean-Claude, not too great hindered. That's why they call him Pertanal. By default, these accessories are angled. These can move as well. They can still go up and back like that. Twist at the thigh if you can get it. Usually kind of you've got to break it in. But it does twist. Double bend at the knee, even though it's got this cable thing. Look, it can still stay. Nicely engineered. Same with this one. There you go. There. Feet can move down. Some gappage. Up a little bit. Left and right. Pivots left and right too. Also this ugly toe articulation. So still some great articulation for a big, heavy boy. Primaris Captain Ptolias Corvor. These two do share some parts as they utilize the new gravis armor. The previous one had those kind of plates on the belly part. This little thing is coloured in on Pertanal, but not on Corvor here. I'll compare Corvor later to Joytoy's first gravis captain. This thing here was bent out of the box. Just used a bit of heat, hot water, and it went back to factory settings. This is very nice. Hard plastic, quite spiky. Nice little detail. Looking big and beefy. Unique pauldron design there. This pauldron covered by this bit of the cape. Really nice look. Like this sword stored away. You can actually take this out. You can hold. Oh, that may pop off. I'll just leave it off. Get this in this hand. There. Holds it okay. Some detail on the shin underneath. Around here. This is a hard plastic. Which is a, yeah, terrible decision. Plain here. Empty bits there. Ports. I love being able to store the sword. Alright, let's get this on. This is different, shaped differently, so it can fit over all that bit. Just put that bit over there at the top. Make sure it's aligned at the back there. And I have it underneath. Yeah, when it's over like that, it doesn't feel right, so kind of got it underneath that. Put the power pack over to secure it. There. So I found the best way this cape falls on the back here, on the right side, is under, as when it's over it just looks a bit strange. So by using that roll mechanism, put it underneath. A little bit of limitations on the head, can tilt a little bit. Goes left and right though. It's huge, huge helmet. Movement, whoop, these power packs are flying away from me. Vents twist as well. The arm can move around like the Imperial Fists version, but hindered by the cape. Not as bad on this side. Just works the same as the Imperial Fists. Pertanal. Similar movement up here, the waist too. Jean. Lots of movement will force the power pack off, so be aware of that. Be a recurring problem. Jean-Claude. This hard plastic is, yeah, bother really. Should be like this at least. Leg can go up still, even though there's all that stuff in the way. And that backpack again. Twist the thigh. Double bend at the knee. Foot down. Up. Pivot. Left, right. Toe. So, similar, same. All around the same, I think, really. Here without his cape. Let's try him with the cape. Same. Put that in. There. And I actually quite like that. I think it rather suits him. Just that half-face mask that's in red. They both come with these additional right holding hands. Also left splayed out hand. Left pointy fingers. a normal left fist, and left Imperial fist. Onto the guns, and this is the master-crafted heavy bolt rifle. For the captain here, Ptolias, has a strap as well. Compared to this, can't remove that one. Here's the heavy bolt rifle for Pertanal here. Looking rather nice. Drill barrel. Bit blank on this side. Just have a look at them both. About the same size. However, this can be removed. On my one at least. Don't know if it was supposed to be stuck in with glue. But it just slots in. My main issue with these guns is how these guys actually hold them. So these hands have not been the best for holding guns in general anyway. This thing just bloody comes off all the time now. I think for these guys though, they should have made these hands just a bit bigger. Particularly with this trigger finger hand. The problem is it reaching around the gun itself. The handle bit here. Go. So you can just about get him to hold it. As it's a bigger gun, it's just really sitting there. His fingertips. See that? So yeah, you get it like that, but probably won't stay there long. But so, its saving grace is the fact that you can put it over his shoulder. Just hold it like that if you can get it on properly. Something like that. It looks super chunky now. Rogfried suffers from the same problem. I believe it's the same handle and the same hand. And I had actually heated up the hands at one point to get this on. Seems to fit better now that I heated it up. But can still fall off. And that is quite annoying. Particularly as this gun seems to be the main thing for him, really. Trying to get him to hold it with two hands is even more of a challenge. Kind of like that, and just swap the hand out, I suppose. You can kind of get it. Definitely won't be able to look down the sights. That's terrible. So again, the alternative is just to get it over his shoulder. Unless you really want him to have his hand hold the gun. So something like that, you kind of have to have it under the pauldron. He looks decent like that. Yeah. That'll just do. Does look pretty cool. We could swap out the hand for another hand from somewhere else. We now move on to some size comparisons. Here we have some Necron Immortals. As expected, bigger than these lot. On the left, we've got a 1.0 Intercessor from Imperial Fists. And on the right, we've got an Intercessor from Ultramarines on body 2.0. Up next, we have a couple of big boys. On the left, from the Imperial Fists, Tor Garadon. And on the right, we have Marneus Calgar. Next up, we've got a couple of guys in Gravis armor 1.0. On the left is an Aggressor with Imperial Fists. And on the right is a Captain in Gravis armor, who's a bit more unique. His way the pauldrons work, etc., are quite different to anything from the previous iterations. I actually wouldn't be opposed to an update on the captain, original captain in Gravis armor. I really like that look. But let's actually compare their helmets. At first glance, I actually thought they were the same, with the new one having the skull on the top of the forehead, but they're actually different. The original Captain in Gravis armor, his helmet's a bit smaller, and the eyes are a bit more slit compared to Ptolias here. It's got these little bits on the top which are different. Look, some more detail in them. Yeah, really look different when you put them together. I think I quite like the original helmet better. Those eyes look more menacing. So let's compare against the Aggressor's helmet, which is more like the original Gravis Captain. A bit smaller than Ptolian's. Although this helmet is larger, this head definitely won't be able to fit in that helmet. Let's try something else on this guy. I've got this exclusive Mark 7 helmet, which I've not been able to use on any of my Imperial fists, as the shades in the yellow are different, and doesn't fit in Garadon's properly. Garadon's body properly. Just got. There we go. And yeah, I think it looks nice on this guy. Should really be on this smaller Space Marine, but I think it works on this guy. Yeah, I don't really care that it's not lore accurate. I think it looks pretty cool with that. I'll keep him like that for now. Just try a little swap with him and his helmet. Change it up. There we go. Try him with big baby Bane, big head over here. There. Doesn't look too bad. Mr. Big Head. Now we'll give this guy a go. The original Gravis Captain's unhelmeted head. Pop it in. Nice. Bit loose. In fact, very loose. But it looks pretty cool. Quite like that look. Yeah, I might keep him like that. But I may have to heat it up, dip it in some hot water, so we can have his head stood up. Yeah, it's not staying up. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is the hand issue a deal breaker for you? I really like these figures and how chunky they are. It's a shame about the hands, but I can get over that. Remember to check out the new online store, KowkisToy.com. Use my link in the description to support the channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Look at him. And yeah, for more content, subscribe, and I'll skelly you later.